Is it going to be able to recover from this?
With time it might, but it's going to be a tough recovery. It may take 2 years or so just to get out of this mess, and you see how messy it's getting.
And how do you prevent this from happening again? I mean, we've been through it all, and Business Week, Bloomberg Business Week, did a really terrific investigation into what could have been done to prevent this. They had the ability to prevent it. It just was sort of the case of one hand not really talking to the other, and we saw what ensued. How can companies prevent becoming a target?
Well, literally, that's a good point.
Right?
well, now everybody's going to react to this, obviously. All the big guys, the big retailers across the board, they see the damage, the potential damage that could happen. They're going to move quickly. Now, obviously, implementing the chip and pin, everybody knows about that. It's going to happen much quicker now. It's going to accelerate end of this year, early next year. That's part of the problem. But even the third parties that have access to the different retail channels, their servers, their data, that's where a lot of the weakness is. That's where the breach actually happened initially through an HVAC company. So they're closely analyzing who is talking and having access to their secure data, their customers' data, that they give those privileges.
Is corporate America?
Everything's vulnerable. It's if they constantly are aggressive to put things in place and have risk assessments there and go through these different drills just like you'd go through a fire drill when we were kids.
Yeah.
If they do that from a cybersecurity perspective, they would put up much better protection.
It seems to me one of the challenges is that the hackers themselves are sort of always on the cutting edge of technology. They're always learning. They're figuring out new things. And so if you're not in that business, if you're not you know, and Target is in the retail business.
Yeah.
It shouldn't be in the security business. But you need to be somehow keeping yourself vigilant and up to speed enough so that you're going to thwart those threats.
Yeah, that's a really nice point. Really, we're all in the security business now, if you think about it. Everybody's thinking twice before they purchase, what card they use, how secure is my bank account. So we all have to think security-minded and take precautions. As a consumer, certainly somebody running a business, and it's not just the CEO's responsibility. It's really upper management as well as the whole board has to be diligent in this regard.
You know, we had eBay recently coming out recommending that people change their passwords. How can consumers best protect themselves in this environment?
Well, it's just that. I mean, the simple things that all of us say we're going to do is have the world's best password. 15 characters, numbers, symbols, all of that. We hear it over and over. I ask 10 different people, and guess what? Most of them, it's a birthday, easy number or name to remember. They're still not doing it. Until they're personally affected, then somebody will step it up and actually get a secure password. And that's the easiest thing to do. So are they taking other steps to really secure their wireless networks, their computers, their passwords? It goes on and on and on.
It's scary because everything we have is out there and potentially